Welcome everyone to Thieves Incorporated Session 3. Last where we left off, our fellow adventurers almost died an inn and had recently just put in their applications for a job that they just kind of fell upon. And now they are on the other side of of a portal in what seems to be a very large desert surrounded by 20 or so other applicants. And then there is just Belladros Gelt, who's just sitting there with his golden mask, just cape flowing in the winds, looking at all of you.
Okay, I have a question that I mostly want to ask the other players to see if they see what they think, because I don't expect Spencer to give us a straight answer right now. Do you guys think that there's as many applicants as there are because this is a widespread archaeological dig operation, or that it's expected to be sort of a Hunger Games thing where the people who who are still alive by the end of the day actually get paid?
I don't think it's like a Hunger Games type thing. I think it's just they expect a lot of people to die.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, lots of death. Maybe not Hunger Games, but just well, we do not expect all of you to come back.
Maybe Hunger
in
Games
fact,
was
we
the wrong
probably
term, but
expect almost none of you to come back.
yeah, maybe Hunger Games was the wrong word, but yeah.
Like the speech that the commander guy gives in Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, so current position and I believe one of my first questions was all about why the sun be gray.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there it is, marked in my quests and side quests. Because I decided to keep a log of those because there's a lot of these.
It's probably a smart idea.
Yeah, I'm glad
keep a
someone's
log
doing
of all of our side quests, so we don't not want like wandering around like we did in Strahd, being like, now what weren't we supposed to do that one thing over there at that one place?
Well, also, admittedly, if Spencer's DMing style is going to be anything like how he played some of his characters, I have a feeling I should definitely write some of these things down.
Yeah.
Spencer has a very good habit of having important details come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Theron, I'm gonna need you to make a dex save real quick.
Oh, okay. Then what for?
You'll see in a second.
14.
Yeah, that succeeds. All
Okay.
right. So out of nowhere, you just catch a throwing axe into your left hand. You see that it's of dwarvish make, and then you just hear chuckling like, "Hey, oh chum, this is Dolnir."
Oh, you. I just sort of dropped the axe. Is it sand? Sandy ground or whatever?
Yeah, it's all sand.
Mr. Theron, you're acquainted with these gentlemen.
In a manner of speaking. I pull out my bow and arrow and I was like, shall we play a game here?
As much as I'd like for this to be another game that we could do, I believe that we might need to go somewhere else. You weren't supposed to catch that axe. I swear.
A likely story.
Out of
Get
character,
out of my
real quick,
sight
you weren't
before.
supposed to catch the axe because it was supposed to be embedded in your back.
Yeah, and I was like, now get out of my sight before I put this between your eyes.
I would like to, but you see, I think I'm here in the same position that you are.
You're just gonna let them sort this out. Clearly, there's
I'm going
history
to
here.
fire a warning shot that's going to land right between his boots.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Missed. Well, guess this guy can now be known as a man who's missing his little toe.
All right, 13. Yeah, you managed to hit in between his feet. Was like, oh, you're such a stinger. You was like, I'll come and talk with you later, but I'm just gonna go on my way.
You do that. Get out of my sight, pest. After he's gone, I retrieve. After he's gone, I retrieve my arrow.
All right.
Is there going to be a problem with that, gentleman?
But don't trust him. He's a slimier than a snake.
I don't. Clearly, you haven't been paying attention if you think I don't have trust issues already.
I gesture to the throwing axe and be like, anyone want a throwing axe?
Sure.
You're a rogue.
Let's.
It's not a finesse weapon.
We're
Okay,
responsible. We're responsible parents. Let the child carry a throwing weapon.
I already have a
could
dagger
actually
and a
use-
rapier, man. Just give me the axe.
Daggers and rapiers are finesse, though. Axes.
Oh, don't forget the ship.
Oh yeah, the shiv. Yeah, I forgot.
I was
about
actually, you know
this
what?
girl,
Wait.
This girl is armed to the teeth.
The bugbear's name was Brobnar, yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
Prognar.
He's still with us?
Yeah, he's still with you.
Yeah,
He's just
all
kind of
I
like
got
looking
I'll
around.
hand him the throwing axe and be like, you could probably make use of this.
I'll see what I can do with it.
Yeah.
He puts it in his bag.
Yeah, our hardy crew is currently consisted of mostly of 4 party members and 2 NPC characters who are, for all intents and purposes, party members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. After a little while, or at least after Bellatros is just kind of fiddling around with something in his hand, was like, he snaps his finger, and then one of his attendants basically brings him like a box, and he stands up on it. He's like, now listen carefully, for I will only be saying this once. And while I wish I could answer all your questions, I am short on time. Stay close. Everything here either wants to kill you or eat you, whether that be the sentient sandstorms or the local. He then puts up like one of his hand that's not holding his staff and just kind of like does air quotes. Fauna. You could say that this will be the first of many trials to come. Judging from, but I must apologize in advance for I have somewhere to be. When you get to the Spire Plaza, find me for a debriefing and your first and housing assignments. Judging from past experience, he then kind of like gestures towards the giant pyramid. I calculate it should take about 2 days. But then again, I was on a camel. That is all. May Avarius guide you. And with that, he taps his staff on the ground twice, and like the servants that he was with, as well as a couple of other like covered wagons, just teleport to somewhere.
Oh, lovely.
Tinker is currently radiating an emotion of like a bitter anger, like a really.
Yeah, Skirbo's just kind of regarding both, on one hand, the hilarious over the top performance given by this man, but also the fact that he's also clearly in in a line of, we practically walked right into a trap.
Yeah. We're gonna die.
Good thing we prepared ahead of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
So if I'm not mistaken, the pyramid is our current destination.
yes.
All right, good. Because other than that, I do not believe we were given any other objectives. And given the fact that the gate was closed behind us, we have no choice but to move forward.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
So as he leaves, there's like a bit of like a commotion in the crowd, because they're also similarly put off by this experience, and finally, a couple individuals just decide, okay, well, we might as well start.
Yeah. Skirvo's going to regard everyone else. Well, get busy. Well, either we get busy walking or we get busy dying. I know which party I'm going to join. He's going to wait patiently for how everyone else is going to respond before beginning the arduous journey across a desert he was definitely not built for.
Mm.
He's built to get salt in his gears, not sand.
Sand is like 30% salt.
He's gonna sound wonderful by the end of this.
I thought sand was silicon dioxide.
Well, there's that, but also a lot of sand has salt in it.
I
Is what
hate
I'm saying.
sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Memes.
Okay,
Memes.
Speaking of gets everywhere.
That's the problem our Warforged is going to have, is that it gets everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna get everywhere. He's gonna. You ever heard a wheel when when one of its bearings has completely popped? Yeah, the horrible grinding sound that wheel now makes. Yeah, after a while, he's probably gonna start sounding like that. I've seen so many popped wheel bearings at where I work right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's
It's-
keep going.
Yep. Well, that's like all.
okay.
Like, not currently concerned with the rest of the expedition party because they're either going to be smart and try to get walking in the direction we're supposed to go, or they're probably going to try to wander off into the desert trying to find escape, which is not going to end well for them.
Probably not.
Nope.
All right.
That's the
So you adventurers go, or at least it's at the consensus that all of you are going towards the pyramid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
he
All right.
gestured that direction.
Yes. Do you guys want to follow like the majority of the group, or do you guys want to like go faster than them or slower than them?
Dick, I'm
Probably
going to
safer
vote for.
if we split up.
I was going to vote that we should, for the most part, stick with the majority. So that way, if something bad happens, there's many squishy bodies in between us and the danger.
I was gonna vote we
Mhm.
split from them because a larger group is an easier target. Like
This is also
it's
true.
easier to see.
And a smaller group is also more likely to attract smaller predators.
This is true.
I mean, just take
I
mountain
can go
lion.
unnoticed.
I live in the mountains, and one of the first things they tell you when you go hiking is don't trail behind your group, otherwise you might get attacked by a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Happens a lot in California.
There was actually it was in the newspaper. There was a mountain lion spotted near one of the fire stations where I live.
Mhm.
And by near it, I mean there's literally a picture of it right next to the dumpster.
But
So,
But
okay,
still, we wouldn't be
we're
completely
at an
alone. There'd still be 6
impasse.
of us.
Okay, so we
I think
should
going
definitely
ahead.
reach a decision here.
I think
Split
we're
off
going
from the
ahead.
split off ahead of them, but try to. Should we try to meet a bit halfway, split off ahead, so that way we can escape if any danger
Yeah,
occurs?
split off ahead, but stay within like a round's worth of getting there.
Yeah. So that way we can still employ my human shield method of protection.
Stay within like 60
Meat
feet or so.
Yeah, meat shields are a good thing to have.
Yes. When in doubt, throw bodies at the problem. Of course, that's going to come from the guy who played a character who literally threw bodies.
All right, so you're staying 60 feet ahead of the main body.
Yes.
Roughly.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys travel as a group for a couple of hours. It's like not a lot of uneventful stuff happens. However, on the horizon that you see in between, there is a forest of what looks to be cactus.
A forest of cactus.
I see you spamming emojis in the chat, Maddie.
I'm just.
What?
The Twitch chat.
I'm just.
Oh, Twitch chat. Oh, okay.
I see your
like,
Minecraft
what?
world has been taking some inspiration.
A little bit.
Anyway,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It was a weird thing in the Minecraft world, and it's weird here. Yet it also fits in both circumstances.
Okay, lots of cacti.
Yes,
Lots
lots of
of
cacti.
So
Do you wish to investigate the cacti?
it's probably safer to stick towards the shortest path right now, because for all we know, that field of cacti is on the back of a giant alligator snapping turtle. I don't know.
Could be,
Sentient cactus or something?
I mean, the cactuses could be like some form
Awakened?
of monster that looks like a cactus.
Or
They
could
could,
be
they
awakened
could be,
like an
they could
awakened
basically
shrub.
just be awakened trees, but reflavored so they're cactuses and have a feature that makes it so that if you grapple them or they grapple you, then you take damage over time.
They could be those Mario enemies. The
Oh,
cacti.
yeah,
The round
Pokies.
cacti.
Yeah,
Pokies.
could be pokies as well.
Or whatever the Final Fantasy monster that's just a cactus.
Oh, cactar!
I love
Cactar.
how
Cactar,
Armenia
the
is
cactus
coming.
that's just
It's just
It's literally just a cactus with arms and legs.
It's
Yes.
a cactus that looks like a specific burial doll. That's what they are.
They're
I
the
love how
best
we
things
immediately
ever.
assume
Always a
that
running
Spencer
animation.
tells us there's a field full of cacti. What do you do? We're immediately like,
We're
don't go near the
immediately,
cacti. The cacti are sus.
I'm sending a
Must be dangerous. He said there's an entire field of them, he said. Must be something dangerous out to get us.
Well, I mean, we're also in a desert, clearly
And to
with minimal
clarify,
supplies and a clear objective.
they're like saguaro cacti, right? Not like scrubby cactuses.
Now there's a couple of prickly pear cacti into the mix.
Well, I mean, actually, you know what? I could kind of meet the DM halfway here if he wants us to take a look at it. I could look at it through my spyglass.
Ah.
also a
I
big
don't
boy.
I don't have to get any closer, and I don't.
Right there's a big brain move.
Yeah.
Look at the cactus. Sure, from way over here.
Big boy
It was a
cacti.
slash roll.
All right, so I guess it would be like a perception check to like look at from this distance.
Yep. I'm using my spyglass. I don't know if that gives me an advantage or not.
Yeah, we'll say that it gives you an advantage at long
I
distance.
actually have no
You're
idea
at a
what a
long
spyglass
distance,
does
so-
for me.
We'll say that it does that.
All right. All right. I forgot how Roll20 worked for a minute.
Slash R space D20
Yeah.
plus your modifier.
Yeah, plus 5. Well, I'm glad I had that advantage.
Yeah.
All right.
Granted, looks like I'm back to throwing 13s.
We've had 14, 13, and 13. Because
Well, I mean, last session I rolled either nat 20 or 13.
Oh, I know. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'm starting to wonder if this character's actually cursed.
13 is a lucky number.
Unlucky number.
I thought it was lucky.
No, 13's
No,
unlucky.
the opposite.
7's lucky.
It's 12 that's lucky. And 7.
Yeah. Most hotels don't have a 13th floor because it's considered unlucky, despite the fact that there's no actual evidence. Airlines generally don't have a 13th row.
Yeah, get weird like that sometimes.
Well, yeah. It's one of those things where superstition overrides engineering logic.
Anyways.
So with that 13, you see with your eyeglass that they appear to be just normal cactus, but you do see like a couple of little lizards running about. They're like Tuatara-esque, if that makes any sense.
Are they like humanoid reptilians or just?
They're just like small reptiles, just hanging out next to the cacti. They seem to be unaffected by the prickliness of the cacti.
Okay.
So a likely smart move not to engage whatever they are,
Yeah.
but also neat in a kind of I just witnessed a nature documentary kind of way.
Yeah. Definitely not a
Without the
smart move,
voiceover.
given that one of the party members would be practically useless, because if they're unaffected by the prickliness of the cacti, that means they're immune to piercing damage, and piercing damage is like the only kind of damage I can deal.
That you can deal. That I can deal.
I have a cutlass that deals slashing.
I do have
Don't
a
know
whip.
how to help.
I do have a whip, but it's nowhere near as good as my gun. So.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll be looking at the cactus and regale that there's some interesting lizard creatures over there, but it's probably best not to go that direction.
Very well.
And then a horrible screeching sound as my spyglass retracts back into my head.
All right. So
He might have just allowed an avenue for more sand.
So you guys can more or less, like, it's down to the consensus that that you guys aren't going to touch this cactus field, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are just going to continue onwards.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
that
so.
seems to be the wise decision as of right now.
All right. All right. Now gotta roll another die. All right. So, for the next 6 hours, it's just kind of uneventful. Well, yeah, it's like there's just a gust of wind. It almost blows. It almost blows Paimon over by sheer what was it? Velocity? Yes, velocity. Yeah. Wind velocity.
Wind speed.
I'm just gonna roll a performance check because we're, for the sole sake of the fact that that this is 6 hours of absolutely nothing happening. Of course, Skirvo's going to start singing.
Sea shanties.
Well, yes.
We're in the desert. There's no ocean near us.
To be rollicking randy dandy.
I mean, Skirvo. I'm fairly certain Joey's character is based on a robotic pirate from a place that used to be an ocean and is now a desert.
Well, whatever happened to the ocean he used to sail is kind of irrelevant now.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure at least your character is named after the Twilight Princess.
He was deliberately named after Skirvo from Skyward Sword.
Not Twilight Princess.
Yeah. And who sailed the sand sea? Don't know how the hell that worked, but it did.
With camels, they swim in sand, kind of, sort of,
No,
not really.
He sailed when it was still an ocean.
Well, no, because when you chase after the sand ship in the game, it's still sailing while it's invisible.
Yeah, but the sand ship
in the sand itself,
it
and
does some
Skirbo
weird time.
himself.
It does some weird time shenanigans stuff.
Yeah, it kind of does, but it's also worth noting that Skirbo was functioning that entire time.
Yeah.
So even Fi notes that that it was kind of remarkable he was still working. You can kind of see where I got the inspiration.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. Roll me a performance check, Skirbo.
Oh, I did. It was an 11.
Oh, an 11. Okay. The people behind you don't throw rocks at you.
It is average.
Good enough. That's good enough for me. I'm more curious as to where they would have found the rocks, but you know what? I can't be mad at their ingenuity.
They cast magic stone or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure magic stone still needs stones to throw.
Oh, bummer. Whatever.
Move
So,
earth spell.
I'm just picturing that
to a rock. I don't know.
I'm just picturing that. I kind of picture that there's just one person back there who just has a big bag of throwing rocks, who is just more than happy to share.
I was like,
there's like a big ogre in the group. We'll say that there's a guy with rocks.
Yeah, he's just a dude. He's just a dude carrying rocks. He's like, he's just like 5 silver for a throwing rock. 5 silver for a throwing rock.
Wow, that's good business strategy.
Yeah, no, exactly. He literally he finds
a rock to pick up off the ground and sell it for 5 silver.
Yeah, sells it for 5 silver and deliberately looks for people who would be probably annoyed at the current situation and then sells them rocks to throw. God, I think we accidentally invented a true business shark.
Clearly, that will be our next business venture as a group.
We need to hire this man. Anyways,
each interval taking about 6 hours, and you've done 2 of them so far. That means so that the sun's kind of going down on the horizon, and so it's getting a bit dark, but not too dark. It's like not afternoon, but evening. Evening implies that it's past 6.
Would probably be good to find to start finding a defensible positioning for the sake of our characters who need to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one of them.
Just me.
Because, well, I mean, but there's also Hrognar and
them
and Gretchen.
NPCs.
Yeah, they're still part of our party.
Nah.
I mean, let's put it lightly. I could maybe carry Paimon if you pay me to do it, but I ain't dragging Mr.
Carry Paimon.
Yeah, but I ain't dragging Hrognar, and Skirbo really wants to keep Hrognar around.
So yeah, we're gonna try and find a defensive position so we can hopefully. I don't even know if there is a defensive position given that it's a desert.
Worst case scenario, we make one.
If there's a large boulder,
roll a perception check.
Would that be perception or survival?
Who has the best perception?
I guess survival. Yeah, survival would be better.
Oh, survival. I have +0.
I have +7 survival. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Hey, I finally broke my curse.
And you got the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
As someone with a +3 survival.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Second, look up something.
Do you have like expertise in survival or something?
I have a 7 survival.
Yeah, do you have expertise in it or
Or
something?
wait, no. Oh, hang on. I accidentally mixed up my stealth. So if we're going with anyone's, it's going to be John's because mine's a 3.
Oh.
I apparently mixed up my stealth. That actually
Okay,
explains a lot. I was a little confused.
But I mean, we still have a 17, so.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 17s, a 13, and I guess Paimon's not looking for anything.
Oh, well,
So-
I'll roll something. I'll roll something. D20 plus 0.
RD
Nope.
plus
Oh,
1.
4.
11.
We've got a 17, a 13, a 4, and an 11. So
All right. 17 will be efficient. Actually, you guys find 2 separate things. There seems to be So on one end there is a rocky outcrop of sorts. So you could definitely camp underneath it, and it would definitely work. The other one, it just seems like that there's this sandstone-esque building. Doesn't look like anyone's lived in it though.
Building may be unstable. Do we want to try the rock? I mean, we do have an outdoorsman kit, so we have tent and fishing gear and all that other stuff.
how far apart are they?
What?
How far apart are they?
Let's see. The rocky outcrop, basically like the little cliff face that you could like go underneath, is a lot closer by about a good 120 so feet.
Okay.
Let's use the rocky outcrop because we could potentially use that to help shield from any potential sandstorms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we don't know how sketchy the building is.
Mm-hmm.
To the rocky outcropping we go.
All right, so you guys go to this rocky outcropping. It's like there's a couple of bushes right next to it, nothing too fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I guess now time for the fun part. Who wants? There will be a total of 4 watches. Because Paimon has 8 hours of sleep. So each watch is about 2 hours.
Only need about 6 hours.
You need 6 hours of stationary movement, but that doesn't mean you're still conscious the whole time.
It actually does specifically say where I'll have to pull it back up, but I remember it specifically said
you're still
I was
awake.
still able to see.
Theoretically, we can have watch
I just
1
need to set
be
myself up.
Ticker, watch 2 be Skirva, watch 3 be Theron, and then watch 4 can be like the 3 of us or something, or one of the 3 of us or something. We can toss a coin or whatever.
I'll also make sure I'm in a position where I have the best visibility for my sentry's
I can
rest.
literally keep watch the whole time. I don't even have to sleep.
Yeah. And then I'm conscious just meditating for 4 hours, which is 2 watches. Or just a very long, short rest.
All right. Well. So I guess we'll arrange a buddy system for the watch.
Yeah.
Ticker, I mean, I can't.
Ticker and whoever else, because Ticker's always up.
Yeah.
Ticker and whoever else.
Ticker and anybody else, basically.
Yeah.
So I will sit down to meditate for the first 4 hours.
I will find a area that gives me the best visibility, and then engage Sentry's rest.
Okay. So you want to be like on top of the cliff?
Maybe not quite there, because that leaves me perfectly open for a sneak attack from behind.
All right.
More just be able to keep an eye on the on most of the camp while also being in a defensible position myself.
So
like against the back wall.
So against the back wall, against the bottom side of the cliff.
Yeah, that would work.
All right.
Hands on me weapons in case I needs them.
All right.
Because it doesn't say that it'll have any negative effects from doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone who's on first watch. So basically, so Ticker, we'll do Gretchen, and I guess you can just automatically do yours.
Yeah. And Skirvo can be awakened at any time.
I mean, like, technically you never lose consciousness, so...
No, I do not. I just need to rest for a total of 6 hours.
You need to remain motionless for 6 hours.
Yep.
So in theory, you could also be taking watch.
Yep. That's kind of what I was trying to get at.
So, are you rolling or no?
Yeah, hang on. Huh.
All right. First watch comes off as very uneventful. It's only around like 10 p.m. by this time when second watch starts.
Okay.
Now, people who are second watch, so I guess
that's
John
a nat
again.
1.
Oh.
I guess I'll roll again because I'm still technically active.
I guess I could take the second watch.
All right. Yeah, I guess you roll Paimon.
Okay.
All right. So, so 6, 14, 12. Captain Skirvo, you see with your special eyes something off in the distance. It's a shooting star of sorts. In fact, now that you notice it, it's for some place you've never seen before. It's got a very expansive sort of pantheon of stars that you can see from this distance. And you can just see kind of like the wonders of the multiverse just from the place where you're sitting at.
And a weird clown thing for some reason. No.
My gosh.
This is just Skirvo quietly thinks to himself, now this is why I liked the Night Watch.
Yeah. Ticker, you hear something. It's right next to you.
Alright, I will turn to look at what that something is.
It is it is Brobnar snoring.
What, did you think I was just gonna shoot it without question?
It's either Hrognar storing or Skirvo's grinding points. Just random steam coming out of Skirvo.
just you all right?
Random vapors coming out of him.
Something that sounds eerily like a distress signal. like this part needs maintenance.
Paimon, you see a similar sort of thing that Captain Skirvo saw, except without the shooting star.
Okay.
The beautiful star of the infinite.
Just a strange, colorful sky. Is that Aurora Borealis?
At this time of day, at this
part of the country entirely located in this desert.
Well, yes.
Okay, number 3.
Can I see it?
Yep. Watch 3, everyone.
Okay, so I'm now up. I am.
Look at Skirvo
and
and
better. Dirty 20 this time.
Wow. Really?
You're still shaking off the cobwebs.
These dice rolls, they be trash.
Oh shit. But yeah, so hey, guess what? Lucky you guys.
What?
Or at least lucky for you, John. You start hearing a very familiar clicking sound in the distance.
Thrycreen?
Yes.
What are they saying?
They're saying, well, they're just, it seems, or at least from your hearing and kind of, as well as like your, as well as like telepathic senses, you're thinking that there's a group of them that are just above you, so like on the cliff face, looking down into your area, and they're thinking, do we attack these guys?
Okay. I will...
They seem to be not very defensible. It's like, but who's that strange... Who's that strange fellow in the clothes over there, as they're kind of like gesturing at you?
Yeah, because normally Thrycreen don't really wear trench coats and hats. Or dusters and hats, I guess. I'll kind of broadcast a message of a message of like warning to the other party members that are awake. Like, you know, there's someone watching us, kind of a feeling. And then I'll just stay ready for if they decide to attack, and I'll stay, you know, I'll keep listening in on it. I'm gonna try to not give away the fact that I know that they're there, though.
All right, so there's just these two individuals in the distance, and they're just kind of like having this back and forth conversation. For the others, for Captain Skirvo, you just hear like this weird ticking sound, and Theron, yeah, you just
mixtures of clicks and whistles and screeches and the way Ticker talks.
Right. Theron, you think that's the sound of the fire?
It's nothing. It's just fire. It'll be fine.
I should mention the entire time he's been keeping watch, Ticker has been keeping his hand near his one hand near his holster.
All right.
So that's just something he does when he keeps watch. It's not like a unique thing that would be like he puts his hand near there, so now that they know, he just does that because he's paranoid.
All right. So let's see. So 4 of the people, or at least 4 of you guys, are awake. However, there's still Paimon and Gretchen who are still asleep. Paimon, make me a con save of sorts.
What do you mean of sorts?
Oh, you'll see after.
Or like either it is a con save or it isn't a con save.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a con save, but it's like because Paimon is in the middle of a dream, and we're seeing how easy she is to wake up.
Oh, con save. Okay. Sorry, one moment. All right. 20 plus. Yeah.
I was like,
oh my gosh.
All right,
do we need a roll perception for the 4th watch or something?
So in like this dream that you're having, you just kind of like have this weird emotion that you should probably feel alert. It's you're kind of getting out of bed to go to school, and so it's just one of those weird things. Except for this, instead of like the sound of this strange alarm clock, it's the sound of it's the sound of a ticker making strange noises at you, and you awake in the middle of the night to find out that it's just ticker telling you that there's like some guys above you at the moment. What's your reaction?
Okay, well, I'm pretty groggy, but then when I realize it's Ticker just doing a warning, I start looking around, and then I finally look up.
All right.
Are we underneath the rock outcropping?
Yeah, you guys are underneath it.
Okay, so if we look up, we're just going to see stone.
Rock.
Yeah, you're just gonna see rock.
Okay.
No, oh, it's just rock.
I'm just staying alert. I'm not actually. I don't want to give away that I know they're there, so I don't want to. I'm not actually saying anything, so I'm just using empath capabilities to say, "Hey, you should probably be alert."
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Look around. Be alert.
All right. The conversation goes back and forth again. It's like the two Thrycreen voices are getting a bit more paranoid at the moment. It's like, what about that one? That one just woke up. Something's clearly going on. Do you think they know that we're here? They might know that we were here. Well, clearly.
Wait, how would they know that Paimon just woke up?
Because she was brought awake by some strange thing, and she just started looking around.
Yeah, but there's a stone wall between us and them.
Well, yeah. If you're looking up,
I assume they have
They have more people. It's just that you can clearly hear the conversation between the two that are above you.
I assume they have Githkas?
Yes.
Gith what?
Githka. It's a Thrycreen specific weapon.
So this goes on for about an hour as they then try to maintain silence. Fourth watch.
Okay. Whoops, did not mean to roll twice. 23.
All right. Ooh, 2 23s. Oh, and I guess, like, Rob Arkansas' roll. Let me see what it is real quick. All right. Yeah, he scored a 16. So you okay? So Captain Skirbo, you can also like you can start hearing that there are a couple of individuals that do sound a lot like Ticker that are definitely above you. Is there anything you guys want to do about it, or are you just going
Let's see here. Looking just around from sitting in the camp without moving from my spot where I'm seated, can I spot any of them?
With that 19, you see that there is one that's kind of like that is downhill of you, and he just seems to be in the bushes.
Okay.
What did when they stopped talking? What did the final consensus seem to be?
The final consensus is okay. We're gonna wait till one of them starts moving, and then we'll see what happens. But for now, we stay still.
Okay.
I wonder if I should scare him off with an intimidation.
Probably wouldn't work. Thrycreen don't really have emotions, from what I remember.
Well, not emotions in the same way that people have them. It's like, they're like lizard men in some sort of aspect.
Yeah,
it's
they're sort of like lizard folk, but more just spread out, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't really form tribes as much as lizard folk do.
They do have groups, but it's not like full-on tribal structure with a chief or something. It's just a bunch of individuals that work together because it's a lot easier than working separately.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have no idea how long I've been muted. I don't think it was heard that I was at some point had reactivated. So I guess I just have my full 6 hours now.
Yeah, you have your full 6 hours, and I have my full 4 hours.
Yeah, which means it's completely fine for sure. It's just with that 23. Do I know? I know the position of one of them, right?
You know the position of the two that are above you, as well as there's like one off in the bushes.
I won't do anything. I will appear to be inspecting my bow.
All right.
Skirvo will. Yeah, Skirvo will make sure his trusty old flintlock's loaded.
All right. The one off in the bushes is just like coming a bit closer. He's actually like within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
Well, I want to say they're not bushes really. They're more like
just shrubs.
Yeah, shrubs. I forgot what it is. It's
Little
sagebrush.
scrubby,
There we
little
go.
scrubby little grassy plants.
Yes.
Scrub oak? Sort of like scrub oak or a sagebrush?
Yeah, sagebrush. But like really big sagebrush.
Tumbleweeds.
Did you know that the oldest known shoes were made of sagebrush?
Did not know that.
They were found in Oregon.
Huh.
Neat. You know, I run the risk of being a huge jackass. But it also might make them heavily reconsider what they're gonna attempt.
What are you gonna do?
I was thinking I should just shoot the one in the bushes. just you know, seemingly disinterested, and then whip around and shoot him.
Just like walk out to like meet me on like the edge of camp, and just like, because that's kind of what I had in mind for how Ticker was keeping watch. He was kind of patrolling the edge of camp.
Okay.
You're like walking out to meet me at the edge of camp, like to just talk to me or whatever.
Yeah, I go.
And then you just pull your flintlock pistol out without even looking at him and just execute him.
Yeah. just walk up. Hi, Mr. Ticker. Bang.
But you wouldn't be shooting Ticker. You're looking right at him and you just stick your arm out and pointing at the other guy who's hiding in the bush and just bam.
Should I do it? I should do it.
All right then.
I should do it. I walk up to Mr. Ticker. As if I was going to start a conversation with him.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like there's no way out of this without a fight, I feel like, so I'm not going to stop you.
All right.
And I immediately just walk up. And I didn't even say anything to Ticker. I just turn and shoot the bushes.
All right. Roll damage. Yes, you do get sneak attack because they did not expect this.
I get sneak attack. Oh crap! How does that work? I should have had the rogue.
You get an extra d6.
Okay, extra d6.
I believe it's extra equal to your level divided by 2 rounded up.
I don't know anything about that. I know at level 2 we have 1d6.
Yeah, I just think that's the progression of it.
Okay.
If you want to calculate the progression of it, it's just divide your level by 2 and round up, and that's how many d6s you add.
That does work because at level 3 and 4 you have 2, 5 and 6 you have 3, and so on and so on.
So it was,
19 and 20 have 10.
Okay. So it was just a d6.
A
It's a
d6
single
plus
damage.
whatever your normal damage is.
Yeah, so it's weapon damage plus
6. Got it.
Yeah, it's weapon damage plus 1d6.
Ow.
All right. So So,
Should I also roll an intimidation check because that was with advantage, as it was a very sudden and thorough attack?
Sure.
Because that would be kind of demoralizing. They're all like, yeah, we're all sneaky, and then it turns out, no, he saw us the whole time.
Yeah, he saw us the whole time, and then he just executed
moving,
one
and
of
it
us.
knew we were here.
Yeah, hearing the gunshot, I'll whip around and draw an arrow at the same time, so like in one motion. Yeah. And so I'm just sitting there with the bow fully pulled back, just looking at me like, wait, all right, what's going on?
Tinker's doing the thing where he has the hand near his holster and he's kind of twiddling the fingers of that hand.
I think I accidentally rolled a couple more times than I should have. Roll 20 got weird on me.
So it's a 22 then.
All right. Yeah, that's the one in the middle. Yeah, it's a 22. What's it? Thoroughly scares this one. And what's it? Theron, you're also shooting.
What did the rest of
I'm looking around for what is going on. I have the bow drawn, so all I have to do is release. So I could shoot, but I'm looking to see what's going on.
All right. Okay.
Is one I shot still alive?
Of course he's still alive.
All right.
You have more hit points than what was it?
Than goblins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was CR 1, not CR 1/2.
All right. I was just making sure I didn't absolutely smoke this dude in one hit.
That would be really funny though. You just walk up and you just execute the guy.
Yeah, just outright killed him, and the other two guys going, "This is a bad idea. No."
Just got like a nat 20 or something on that attack. Just walk up.
Boom.
They're just like, it just cuts the other two Thrycreen. You know what? Not feeling it this time.
All right.
Anyway,
the group roll for initiative.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, Alert, my old friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The .2 is just a tiebreaker, by the way.
All right. Shoot, I forgot how to do initiative count again.
There's a little clock icon, and you click on that.
Oh, clock. There we go. All right.
And here, and then you right-click on each of the tokens you want to add turns for, and click Add Turn.
Okay.
Or you can select them all and then hit Add Turn.
It was an action to. It was a full. Was it a full turn or a full action to reload?
With a flintlock?
Flintlock. I think it's a full action.
I think so too.
Okay. So a full turn.
Action.
Well, it's your action. You still have your bonus action, so you could use that for cunning action because you are a rogue.
Hey, you still have your bonus action and your movement.
Yeah.
And your object interaction.
Whoops, that's that.
Okay.
Let me check the firearm table here real quick.
Yeah, I realized I probably pulled that up.
With one action.
All right.
And
I only have.
And you can't fire it underwater, but.
Yeah, just can't refire under the same turn. All right.
Yeah. Unless that's a magazine size larger than one. But if it's flintlock, then it's a magazine size of one.
I think it's safe to assume that anyone who is asleep is probably awake.
Yeah.
No, it's only like, an explosion just happened.
It was only a barrel full of gunpowder going off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fire rocketing a tiny bit of metal towards a chitinous husk.
And then you just type those in, and then you can go into settings and sort descending.
Yeah.
Or ascending, or whatever you want.
Did our wiki have firearms on it?
It used to, but I need to get this new set of firearms in there. I just haven't yet.
Okay.
I'm still working on it.
That's completely fair.
There we go. That's initiative.
Alright, start of combat. I would like to use my reaction to quick draw on this guy.
Okay.
So he needs to make an insight
move
check.
These guys a bit back. Insight check.
You sure you don't want to quick draw this guy over here? So that we both just
that guy's too
immediately
far
kill
away.
him?
That guy's too far away.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, admittedly, that would have been funny. Just I turn and shoot the guy, and then you turn and shoot the guy.
All right. He got a 5.
Okay, I don't get disadvantage. Because that's how the quick draw feature works. Check that and stuff like that. I just want to check my range.
If I get that, if I get that and I stack it with assassin,
that
then I would have
is
advantage.
a 17 to hit.
Wait a minute. Shoot. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Why did it do it like that? That's not what I asked you to roll. Why are you being weird, Roll20? I'm asking you to roll damage, not... Okay, fine. Just a second. Let me set it to automatically roll damage here so that it'll work.
Alright.
There it is.
That's all right. You're giving me ample time to look at what I can do. Which is pretty freaking fantastic at what I can do. I just realized that.
Alright, so... Okay, so... Alright. So, that's 9 damage the second one. And the third one, which is this fellow over here, he is currently exiting the battlefield.
The dude on the right?
The one way over here?
Yes. You know, because you got like a freaking... Oh, let's see.
He got a ball bearing. He got a ball bearing shot into his sternum.
And then you rolled a 22 to intimidate.
He's like,
just kill him. Keep in mind, I could hit things up to 400 feet away without disadvantage. Should I just end him?
Nah, well, it's not your turn yet, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, no, I mean when it gets to my turn.
So,
we'll see if we need you to kill the other guys first.
So, Captain Skirvo, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to take my action to reload, and I can apparently try to hide. Let's see if that works. So I'll roll my.
You need to move to a spot where there is a hiding space, though.
Oh, okay.
Or you could just simply take dodge action as bonus action.
Bush.
So I'm
Bush. Bush. There we go.
What about the rock these guys are on?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that real quick. Okay.
All right.
Wrong color. I'll use this dark orange. Okay.
Dash disengage your eye.
We are sorry. Free hands because
Dodge would be part of cunning action. Nope.
Right. There we go.
That would be pretty broken though if you could dodge as a bonus action.
Yeah. Monks can do it, just not for free.
Perfect.
All right. So I guess I might be able to go over here out of their immediate line of view. And
I'm trying to hide you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just make a stealth
roll. Stealth. All right. Do I tell you if that succeeds or fails?
I think with stealth, you just simply take note of it, and if their passive perception is higher, then it automatically fails. If they're actively looking, then you roll a perception, and then you can say, yeah, they can see you, or no, they can't.
Yeah, if they're actively looking, it takes the search action, which is it takes their action to actually search for him.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then if they have blind sight or tremor sense, then they can always just see them within the radius and just be like, I know you're there. Kind of a thing.
Okay. So, Theron, your turn.
Well, here's hoping I hid.
I'm going to shoot and arrow at the one that, ticker shot.
Okay, the one that's all the way over there.
No, that was this one.
No. Skirbo shot the one that's way over there. The one that's running away.
Yeah, the one that's running away is this one.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna this way.
Okay. Well, Ticker didn't shoot at that one.
Yes, I did.
No, yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, I'm stupid. I was like, I mistake Skirbo for Ticker.
Yeah. We're both kind of gunslingers, so...
Here's a way to tell us apart. Ticker is the gross bug monster, while Skirbo is the absolutely handsome and stunning Warforged.
Here's another way to tell us apart. Skirbo is the rust bucket, and Ticker is the cool bandit.
Or, an easier way to do it is Ticker's blue, Skirbo's gold.
Yeah, it works.
He's a bug monster, and the other one is the handsome Warforged. Or
absolutely stunning.
The Warforged is the rust bucket, and the insect is Mantis.
Baron, weren't you aiming?
I don't have aim. Aim is level 3.
Oh, I thought it was second level for some reason.
It was second level in UA, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, no. So
okay.
That bonus action, you can give yourself advantage. Okay. I assume no sneak attack.
There's no ally within 5 feet of him somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no. Oh, I mean, there is an ally within 5 feet of you, so.
No, within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah, you're right. So no sneak attack.
That's what I thought. Wow, that is ridiculous.
That is the least intimidating bow and arrow shot I've seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done 6 damage. It's like
he has taken 15 damage so far. I don't know how much health he has, but that's how much damage he's taken.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it states here that Thrycreen have 33 health.
Okay.
Normally. Ticker, your turn. What do you do?
Okay. Start of my turn, I get my reaction back. So I'm gonna quick draw again, and I'm gonna shoot this guy again. So he needs to make another insight check.
Okay. See.
He has to beat a 23.
Well, he got a nat 1, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Rip in pieces.
An 18 to hit.
Yeah, an 18 hits.
He takes another 11 damage.
Ugh. Yeah, he's looking very worse for wear at the moment.
And then I'm going to use my object interaction to reload my pistol with a speed loader. Because that's what speed loaders do. It doesn't take my entire action to reload it. It just takes an object interaction. And I'm going to shoot him again.
All right.
That's
you're
a
one. Fighter.
No, I'm sorry to tell you, you don't hit.
Yeah, and I also misfire or something similar.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of that. Don't worry. That's the end of my turn.
All right, you misfire.
It's jammed. I don't lose the ammunition, but it doesn't.
I think it's a critical role in Singer.
It is the Brobnar's turn, and Brobnar is he's awake now.
He also has a throwing axe.
Yes, he is going to throw said throwing axe.
Meet the axe.
Hold up. There we go.
I really need to get Piercer.
I just realized this is our first combat encounter.
Yep.
Yep.
Because we stealthed around the other one, and I managed I managed to scapegoat our way out of the guards.
Yeah. Well, actually, okay. At the inn, it was actually Paimon that stopped it because she screamed in the middle of the night, and that led off like the people that were going to trapdoor both the beds. Was like, oh shoot, they're awake. We'll do this to someone else.
Nice.
I'm so happy that our rogues game has mostly consisted of us not getting into combat.
Yep. I mean, that's partially what rogues are good at.
That means we're doing right.
Yeah.
All right. Brocknar throws the hand axe because he's good at that, and he does 6 points of damage, which just dang, that's actually pretty terrible. That's like minimum. Okay.
Single D6 plus his strength modifier. We know his strength is 18, so he got a 2 on the D6.
Yeah. So, oh shoot, but yeah, so he's almost dead. So this one, he is running away, and he is gone now, far from vision. As for the other one is going to what's it? The other one, wait, which one is this again? Give me a second. I'm an idiot.
If you hover over it, it'll highlight the one.
Yeah. All right. That's is the one that's almost dead. Yeah, he's the guy that's almost dead. As a last-ditch effort, he is going to attempt to throw a spear at Theron.
A beer?
Spear.
I had spear.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I
Is this just a normal spear? Is it a gift card? Is it a...
All you see, his gift card is his melee weapon, and he just has a spear on him.
They also have the Chachka, which is a throwing wedge. It looks like a shuriken.
Oh, okay. Just give me a second.
That's also a Thri-Kreen weapon, though, is what I'm saying.
I was saying it would have been kind of funny if that thing threw a beer at him. I mean, that thing was drinking on the job, for shame.
Right, he's out the bar.
AC is 16.
Yeah. Rolls a 7. He misses. Which then leaves the last one. Well, actually, no. He's also going to back off a bit, so... Second. He's going to move just up here. And the other one... Yeah, he's also going to throw... where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, he'll attempt to throw Chachka. So... You got... Let's see. Theron, what's your AC?
16.
He beats it.
What you just cut out for a second there, what?
Yeah, he beats it. So, which means
they're all picking on me.
Well, it's like you gotta target one individual at a time, otherwise you're not doing a very good job.
Yeah.
You take 11 points of slashing damage. You still there, Theron?
Yeah. I have 6 hit points left.
All right.
This will be the day that I die.
I know, right?
So it's Gretchen's turn. Gretchen is so Gretchen is going to go towards you and is going to basically uncork a strange vial that she has on you, on her, and give me a second. Oh, that's what it is. And you heal 7 hit points.
Ooh. Lovely.
Chin's a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon, what do you do?
Oh, golly.
She also mutters something in Goblin.
What'd she say?
She says, "You owe me later."
Gretchen, you're less a good girl.
I turn around to Theron, and I'm like, you owe her.
I just mutter, love.
And then I am going to move behind Theron.
You're just gonna hide?
Yeah, I can't do anything.
You don't have, I don't know, a bow?
I have a short bow, but I don't know if I have any ammunition.
You have proficiency with a short bow.
I am?
Yes.
I don't have any ammunition.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I do have ammunition. Okay, so I'm going to move behind Theron, and then I'm going to peek out and shoot this guy.
All right. Roll to hit.
All right. Steven.
A tiny little mouse, just like picking out of like underneath me, shooting and ducking back behind me because there's a little tiny mouse and I'm a giant. Well, not giant, but
23
I'm very
hits.
tall.
Oh, sick.
Roll damage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Better than nothing.
So you did that to the
one that hasn't taken.
You did that to this
yet.
one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. So that one gets slightly wounded from your shot. Go. Now on to turn 2. Captain Skirvo, what do you do?
How high is this cliff? Is it rock?
It's about a good 20 feet.
Okay. What was the best way to get on top of it?
By walking around this way. I guess I probably should have moved this farther down. Now that I think about it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna potentially stealthily make my way over here so that I have view of. So I have view of him.
All right. Roll to attack.
Yeah,
Right.
and then,
I'm sneak attack rolls again.
Wait, I got another sneak attack.
Yeah.
You're hidden, so you get advantage on your attack roll.
Oh yeah.
You're hidden from him.
Oh, yeah. I should have done that last time.
Oh my god.
Then I could be rolling 3 dice.
Okay, let me just double check, make sure I've got my right. Yep, there we go.
Wait a second. I could do that as the bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, 26 hits. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, any damage that you do is enough to kill him. It's statistically impossible not to kill him.
Oh, so I could literally roll in that one on everything and still kill him.
Yes. Because that would be a minimum of, I believe, like 8 damage. So, yeah.
Yeah.
He had one hit point left, man. How do you want to do this?
All right, yeah. So I come around, coming up, and I take my trusty old flintlock and I just pop him through. I shoot him at a particularly bad angle that causes the bullet to ricochet around his chitinous exoskeleton, causing extensive bleeding and quick death.
The John F. Kennedy magic bullet, I see.
Yep, just particularly kind of horrifying because I really want to drive home that Skirvo is a nightmare on the battlefield.
All right.
He's just supposed to be scary. I mean, especially considering that this guy is now sitting there with 2 less friends, and he's not sure how this screeching automaton snuck up on him.
All right.
Poor guy.
So, yeah, he did. Darren, what do you do?
I'm no longer hidden.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to move, but we can move up underneath the rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I move up under the rock. Use bonus action to take the hide action. So stealth, which is like a d20 plus 8. Bummer. That's not that good.
Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you this, but he notices that you're going down there.
And then I was going to go over here, and then what? Supposed to be hidden, but that didn't work. I was going to shoot him with advantage, but I guess I'm not shooting him with advantage.
You're just shooting him with.
I'm surprised I did so well. This is my first rogue. I expected him to be dead already. I'm going to be completely honest.
Their passive perception is 13. Theron, you got one below.
Yeah.
Skirbo, you got one above.
Bummer. Anyways, so I guess it's just a regular shot. Oh!
Well, it's a nat 20, so you're doing double damage.
4d6 on there, jeez.
4d6 plus 4.
Skewer his ass.
20 damage.
Smoke his ass, bro.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so your arrow just gets through it gets through like the bit of muscle in his hide that kind of leads like his Achilles tendon of sorts, and so he's crippled now.
Ooh.
But he's still up somehow. Ticker.
Alright,
what do
he's
you
getting
do?
shot. I read over the misfire thing. I can make another attack roll. I just have to roll a d4 first. And if I roll equal to or lower than 1, it remains jammed and I don't get to attack. If I roll 2, 3, or 4, then it unjams the spell.
Where's?
Alright.
So just gonna roll a d4. There we go, it unjams itself.
Unjams.
So I can shoot him.
Alright. Roll to attack.
It's a 21 to hit.
Alright. 21 hits.
6 damage.
6 damage. And how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna shoot him right in the head.
You shoot him right in the head and it explodes with shoot. What was the internal system? It's like with green viscera just flying everywhere.
I jaunt my way the rest of the way up the rock and retrieve Rognar's throwing axe.
Can you get my arrows while you're up there?
Yeah. I'll get our respective ammunition back, and I'll lean over the rock. That's a fine throwing arm there, Mr. Ragnar.
I'm gonna take a Gitka, and I'm gonna say, and Tinker says something about in Thrycreen about always having wanted one of these.
Yes. What is it like?
Mechanically, what actually is it considered?
I think it's like a double polearm of sorts.
Okay, so a double spear?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, Skirvo will give you back your arrows and give Ragnar back his axe.
All right.
I know those are normally exotic weapons, but since they're Thrycreen...
You're Thrycreen, yes. It's like in your DNA that you know how to wield this.
I was just checking to make sure.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's like in your DNA to know how to use a bow.
Yeah. It would be like me not know how to use a bow, which would be dope.
Yeah.
Because elves
I was just checking.
be hunters.
No, that's fine.
Well, Gitka are more cutting
that's
I guess a double scimitar would be more accurate.
Yeah, double scimitar.
Oh, yeah, he'll also while walking by Paimon, who didn't do much, sorry to disturb your beauty sleep, lass.
Well, the child was already awake.
No snappy comments, Maddie. Just gonna just damn straight and go back to sleep.
Can I go back to sleep?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
Do we want to do anything about the Thrycreen running away?
I mean, he's...
That's your...
Yeah.
Well,
He's how far away?
Yeah.
He's how far away, Spencer?
He's basically been dash actioning this entire time, so...
Right.
Well,
he's like way far away at the moment.
Yeah, but I have a short range of 400 feet with the warbow, and I have a long range of 1,600 feet.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure, go ahead. Take
I'll
two shots.
Yeah, I'll turn to Theron and just say, "Well, that's your call, lad."
You know what? Here we go. Leave no witnesses. Hey!
Roll sneak attack damage because he can't see you at the moment.
Okay. 3d6
as your arrow whizzes through the air and strikes him in the back.
Dang, man, you absolutely awful. It's double ones. All right.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You miss. Highs or lows?
High? Question mark.
All right. You don't shoot one of your friends that are over here.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. That would have been really funny while Skirbo's walking by.
10, 15, 20,
ricochets into his jaw.
Whoops, my bad. Let's just try one more time.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, wait, now it'll be at disadvantage.
Oh, so he's past 400 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you miss.
Bummer.
How many arrows do you have left?
In theory, 17.
All right.
If we're actually keeping track of ammo.
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
Then I need to figure out exactly how many bullets I have.
You shot one at the... You would have had to buy them at the start, with your starting gold. But you shot one
or just...
at... You shot one at the...
I just assumed I grabbed ammunition to go with the flintlock and have just
with
had
the prison breakout.
Yeah, but anyways, point is you shot one at the dude that you at first. You shot one at the dude.
Yeah, I fired two shots.
You fired two shots.
Oh, the mutineers also left you with one bullet.
Yeah. I already had.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I had one bullet on me already, so that one I'm keeping to the side.
I am going to go pick up
mutineer bullet.
My 3 arrows that aren't in him. So actually I have 16 because one is in him. Or did he pull it out and drop it?
No, it's still in him. He's more focused on running away.
And we are keeping track of ammo, so I have 19 arrows now. I'm going to go pick up my other 3.
How many bullets for a standard flintlock pouch?
Bullets or powder? Because powder would be just
it's not different in the different
okay.
It just tracks the bullets with bendel sticks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess also with nat ones, you break arrows with them.
Okay. So you're saying I have 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Ticker gives Theron a disapproving look.
And where's the?
I just shrugged. Actually, here. Clearly, what I need to do is get some wood carver's tool.
And carve arrows out of what? There's no wood.
Well, not here in the desert, but in other places.
But yeah, so that ends day 1.
Okay.
Or now it's start of day 2. You wake up.
24 hours remaining.
All of you got your full rest However, there does seem to be something very strange. What's it? Healing is, or at least healing by long rest is a bit different. And do you want to spend any hit dice?
I'll spend a hit die.
All right.
Take any damage.
I guess Theron's the only one that took damage this time around.
And I heal up.
So we're using those rules like I was using in Curse of Strahd, where you roll hit dice in the long rest instead of getting all your health back.
Well, it'll be a bit more complicated than that, but yes.
And then we get
mostly
hit dice
due to the
at end
nature of the region.
And then we get hit dice back at the end of the long rest, so...
You will get hit dice back. Let's see. So, all right.
After doing some reading, Spencer, how do you feel about as of right now, I only have about 10 shots left.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a nice modest 10 shots.
But yeah, so here's how healing will work.
Minus Mutineer Bullet, of course.
Yeah.
I count that separately.
So technically 11 bullets.
Yep, technically 11, but I'm not going to use that Mutineer Bullet until I find that Mutineer.
Or if you really
and I guess bullets are also expended when you shoot them. You can't get them back because...
Really.
Wait. Flintlock you can, right? Because they don't have, gunpowder inside of them.
It's gonna be kind of hard to find the bullets.
Yeah, well, I mean, even with modern cartridges, the brass is reusable and the bullet is reusable. The problem with that is the bullet may or may not be deformed or fragmented, and you would still have to dig it out of whatever you shot.
Yeah. It's generally not exactly worth it. I mean, hell, I think back in the 1700s, it wasn't uncommon for people to find people to live full lives while still having a bullet in them.
I mean, even that's a modern medicine practices. Unless it is at high risk of moving and causing injury further down the line, they'll just leave it in you.
Yeah.
Unless it's in some place like, heart or your brain or something like that, then they'll remove it. But
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, but this is the new healing rules. So, in short rests, you gain back your con mod +1 hit points, and during long rests, if you do not rest, if you do not spend any hit dice, you gain back 1 hit die.
Okay. That is very slow
this
healing.
Is more, very slow healing, and it's more like to resent that, so that you can spend a lot of time just waiting to heal and stuff like that, so you can spend time to do other things. I don't think I mentioned this, but this campaign is taking place over the course of probably years.
Oh, in-game,
in-game. Not real time. Not real time. No, we don't have time for that.
So far, I've yet to see one campaign with this party. I've yet to see one campaign with this party last more than 7 months.
It seems like Spencer's is going to be a bit longer than usual, but not super long.
No. It really, the only way we can supersede that is by playing it super smart and making sure we don't get into any combat encounters we can't immediately end in the first turn.
Yeah.
Well, also, once we all get our subclass, once I get Assassin, then I'm just going to be like, oh, advantage on everyone who moves after me. Plus, if I surprise them, crits for everyone, yay! And then we get all kinds of other goodies. I mean, you get swashbuckler stuff, and Maddie gets arcane.
I basically get the ability to...
You're alone, are you? Time for me to skewer you.
I really like my fancy footwork skill that I'm going to get eventually.
Just want to blow shit up, bro.
Don't worry, you'll get your chance. I've been coming up with a couple of magic items. It's just stuff for you guys.
Ooh.
but that's not important yet.
We have digressed.
Yes.
Where are we? Okay, so now you are on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Day 2 of travel.
Right.
Before we
Do you
leave,
want to wait for like the?
Before we leave,
Oh.
I'd like to take 1 minute to reload the speed loader I used.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna be studying it. Now that's a fancy new tool. He's scratching his beard.
He indicates the action of his pistol and how it works differently than yours.
Yeah,
like
you have a revolver, I assume, right?
I have a break action pistol because revolvers are super expensive.
Okay.
But he basically indicates how a speed loader wouldn't be able to be built for your pistol.
Unless, of course, I was using one of those multi-barreled flintlocks.
Yeah.
Which are a thing.
Not actually in this system.
No, this system says flintlock properties cannot fire underwater.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can have more than one. Oh no, it's only break actions that can have multiple barrels.
Yeah. Or the crank guns.
Well, yeah, but I also I just looked up a wiki about the flintlock pistol and found that that apparently it wasn't uncommon for there to be multi-barrel ones.
Yeah. I'm just saying in this system.
They just weren't widely used. Anyways, system-wise, there's only the trusty old familiar flint.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so day 2 of travel. Wait, actually, a couple of other things. Do you want to wait till the majority of the party? Well, I guess not party, but the other. Yeah, the other suckers who got sucked into this thing. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that part.
You know, I do want to give a perception check to see if any of them have already dropped in number, as in if any of them are dead already
or left.
All right. Roll me perception.
Yeah. I will be using my spyglass since they're far enough away to warrant it.
All right. Advantage then.
All right, 23.
All right. Yeah, there seems to be a couple less people. If you guys, including yourselves, there was a total of 50. It's now down to 42.
Ooh, okay. The life and universe and everything.
Yeah.
That explains why Skirvo saw everything last night.
Yeah. The ogre who still sells rocks is still there.
Yeah, I think I accidentally found a name for him. Digdug.
Oh.
I just pulled up an orc random name generator, and one of the first ones that came up was Digdug.
Okay.
And I was just
what about Rocco, bro?
Yeah. Come down to Digdug's throwing rocks.
Does he get the rocks because he uses them to crush things to death?
No, he gets the rocks so you can buy them, and then throw them at someone.
No, but does he get the rocks after he digs into places and uses them to crush animals to death?
Probably. I don't know where he gets his rocks. His business model is amazing to me.
I'm making an oblique Sonic for Hire reference. Whatever.
All I know is that he's wearing red, so obviously he's faster than we think.
But yeah, it's you still see a couple of the other strange fellows you saw earlier. There's that dwarf fellow again that Theron hates for some reason. Yeah. I think he's jealous of his beard or something. You don't know.
Well, I mean, compare his beard to mine. Is it better, or is mine better, or do I have a bias on that?
You might have a bias on that. Your style is obviously superior.
Yeah. Oh, fine dwarven beard, but nothing compared to this fine manufactured.
See, clearly what I need to do is get a cloak of elven kind, so I can pull the hood up and be invisible, basically, and then go around in the middle of the night with a dagger and cut off all their beards.
Jeez.
And then you go to
war criminal.
Cut off all the dwarves' beards. And then burn the beards.
I just pictured you going to go try to cut Skirvo's beard, and then you're just like,
well, no, you're not a dwarf. I have nothing against you.
Yeah. I almost
dwarves,
made dwarven.
The dwarves, some of them have been growing their beard out for a century, and then you just go and cut it off.
Jeez, Mr. War Criminal. Calm down.
There was a real life guy who like had a beard that was so long that he actually kept it in his pocket. Because otherwise he would trip over it. In fact, that's how he died. He actually, what had happened was there was a fire that broke out in his town. He was actually the mayor, and and in the confusion, his beard came out of his pocket, and he tried to get everyone's heads back on straight, only for him to trip on his own beard, fall down a flight of stairs, and break his neck.
Okay then.
It happens.
Yeah. Anyhow, so I report back that it appears that the larger group is missing 8 members. It appears that the current head count is less than it was when we started.
Yeah. Okay.
Just making sure everyone's appraised at how dangerous the situation is.
So, I assume you guys travel forth?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, travel forth, and the main group is probably going to follow suit shortly after.
I
Okay.
would like to just give a glance at the building when we pass by it.
All right. You take a glance at the building. It's like, what you want to roll perception for that? What do you want? What you trying to figure out about it?
Just curious about it. Not really looking for anything in particular.
All right.
What building are you referring to?
The building that you guys saw when we were going
yesterday evening.
Yeah.
One that we were like, nah, that's sketchy, man. We better not go there.
Oh, I thought that was a field of cacti.
Well, yeah,
no, that was another place that we thought was sketchy and we shouldn't go there.
I must have missed the building.
All right. Do you want to get close to it, or are you just looking at it from afar?
I'll get a little closer to it, but I won't really go apart from the party. If that makes any sense. Like, kind of on the edge of the party, but... Yeah.
So you get relatively close to it, and you notice that there's, a bunch of carvings on it. There's, a couple of snake-looking things on it. A couple of weird-looking frog things on it. Typical ancient ruin stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't going near there.
Clearly either cursed or booby-trapped.
Yeah, or...
Perhaps both.
My guess would be probably there's some Yuan-Ti that live there, and I would rather not meet Yuan-Ti right now, so...
I mean, for all we know, we're going to go that way anyway as part of the expedition.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think we were told that we were supposed to, try to exterminate something.
A giant, pyramid temple thing.
Yeah. Something about encroaching on borders. I vaguely remember that from last time. Although it has been a couple weeks. Anyways, we'll continue on our merry way.
All right.
Hang on. Another performance check from Skirvo so that we can enjoy some nice tunes on the way. Okay, so Digdug's getting some good business today.
Okay.
as my vocals break down.
I'm just gonna like physically fold my ears down with my paws.
All right, hold up. Let me roll to attack. Okay. One rock whizzes by your face. And you just hear some cries from the back. Hey, shut up! We had to deal with your talking yesterday. Your silly sea shanties. Does this look like a beach to you?
I'm gonna turn to Skirbo and be like, my friend, I hate to say this, but they're right. This isn't a beach.
You're so annoying. Shut up.
Skirbo's shanty continues, but breaks down entirely until it's just a low garbled noise that is barely audible.
All right.
Sad robot noise.
It's more like, well, screw you. I'm singing myself then. He's apparently unaware at how badly his vocalizer broke down.
It's a shame we don't have some sort of like recording device that can play it back for you.
Oh no, exactly. I was actually originally thinking that he like had effectively wax cylinders that served kind of like records. Some of them are corrupted.
Each of you roll me a perception check.
All right.
Each of us? I need to get better at these.
I see the life, the universe, and everything.
I see sand. Nothing but sand. Lots of
I see somewhere in between
wait.
that.
You see sand and a couple of rocks. John,
you're exactly in between. Actually, no, he got a 25. Never mind. I was like, 4 and 8 is 12, and 12 and 8 is 20. But
Ticker, you see you see a funny looking rock structure. Skirbo, you see a skeleton, a really big skeleton.
Lovely.
A very lizard-like looking skeleton with wings.
A dragon skeleton, it sounds like.
Oh, I didn't
Not animated, I hope.
They are a bit funny.
Yeah. And then me, I see sand. Lots of sand.
What was
nothing but sand.
Not currently animated, I hope.
The skeleton, in all likelihood, is probably a brass, copper, or blue. But Theron would have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, so
it's like to the left of the group, and it's just in this canyon. It's just at the bottom of it.
What would it be? A survival to be able to identify what it is?
Nature.
Yeah.
Nature.
Nature.
Yeah. I believe that's one of my worst skills. Hang on.
What is my nature? -1.
Okay, not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
All right. Yeah, it's like it's like, somewhere in some book that you've looked up that this is probably a blue dragon skeleton.
Oh, blue skeleton. Oh, lovely. Just lovely.
Oh, would you look at that? Don't see the remains of a blue dragon that often.
So big.
I'll pipe up and be like, you don't see the remains of any kinds of dragon very often. At least I would hope not.
Out of character real quick. And that's what we call Chekhov's dragon skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like out of character. That's what I like to call a problem I want to throw a bunch of bodies at.
Oh my god.
We in the business of theater call this foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's why I said Chekhov's dragon skeleton.
Yeah, Chekhov's dragon.
It's not like Maddie and I have encountered this. Oh, look, it's a giant blue dragon skeleton. Be a shame if, I don't know, a necromancer came along and made it back to life or something.
Wait.
Yeah, and then maybe it eventually reformed into Tiamat, and...
Wait, no?
Oh, no.
I mean, you want to touch it to find out if it needs to be reanimated?
No.
Let's touch it.
No, these are...
We're level 2, let's not awaken the ancient dragon.
Best let the dead...
Stay dead.
Rest.
Yeah.
Make them stay dead, not become undead or reanimated.
Although, in my opinion, pretty poor final resting place. If I die, I just want you to throw me in the nearest ocean.
Lovely. You see any oceans around here? And I gesture my hand in a big sweeping motion, pointing out at the desert. Like, see any oceans out here besides sand?
Well, that sounds...
An ocean of sand.
Well, you see, that sounds like your problem, because I'll be dead.
Can you, I'll be like, can you even die? You're a rust bucket. Full of gears.
So... I assume none of you want to touch the skeleton?
No.
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 Oh.
Okay.
No.
This is a good assessment.
This seems like a problem.
There's this conveniently placed large dragon skeleton. You want to touch it? Everyone's like, no, good grief. Why would we do something so stupid like that?
Someone's gonna trip in the sand and just like face plant onto it.
I'm very much not like Griswold looking at the cursed swords, grabbing a cursed sword, get attacked by a monkey,
and then you grab one sword and then it summons a monkey.
One.
You don't learn that it summons another one.
That's the nature of science. Sometimes you gotta try things over and over again just to see if the same thing happens.
But after like the third time, John just said, enough of this.
Yeah, and threw a gorilla at us.
And then Joey and I were like, ugh, you two idiots. Could you like put down the sword?
I mean, admittedly, as angry as I was at the time, if it wasn't for that encounter happening the way it did, we wouldn't have thought to just walk around the goblin encounter.
This is true.
Which was my favorite thing I did in Faerun. Just, why can't we just go around? And then John, like, what? No, fine.
All right. So, another D100. Okay.
It wasn't even necessarily a combat encounter. It could have been a combat encounter if you wanted it to be, but it also didn't have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
overly cautious after the whole monkey fiasco.
I also specifically recall having it in the highlight reel that you're sitting there like, you're always ruining my plans.
Yep.
Which, and then you gave me some perfectly good comeuppance with that Mutran boss fight. That was fun. I loved that.
That was a fun boss fight.
Yeah.
Which boss fight?
Mutran.
The one where you were in the Bionicle universe?
That.
Yeah, the thing where he fought the two spiky monsters on us, and I impaled them on each other, and then he turned them into one creature that immediately promptly turned me into its brand new chew toy.
And then someone chucked a grenade down its mouth.
And then I threw a grenade down its throat and it blew up. And then it's like,
you threw a grenade down its throat and it got fire breath, and then it blew up.
Yeah, and it just kept getting worse and worse, and I was freaking loving that because it was John taking all of our usual shenanigans and turning them against us.
I was like, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, oh no, the only string to my bow has been used against me.
Anyways.
All right, so this time around, or at least like the second 6 hours as you guys are traveling, you don't see anything funny in particular. It's just there's just a couple of cacti over there, a big rock over there, but mostly just sand as you're getting closer to the pyramid, you're realizing, dang, this is a lot bigger than it was than it looked on the horizon.
Oh, I mean, that's how scaling and distancing works.
Everything looks big to me.
Well, I mean,
yeah, so now it becomes...
Well, you're also the size of a snack box. You're tiny.
So the gray sun is now fading back onto the horizon once again. Yeah. That is the end of day 2.
All right, get another defensible position set up if we can. Let's survive.
I thought it was only 2 days away, the place we were going.
By map.
Specific
by camel.
Camel. Yeah. This dude was kind of the worst.
Yeah, no, I forgot that part.
That's the perception. Or
survival.
Perception. Oh, survival. Well, then take off the 2.
Yeah.
Then take off the 2. It's an 18.
Yeah.
We have an 18 and 19.
17. Dang, man. If you don't get a 16, I'm going to have to disown you.
Or 20. What about 20?
I have
or an 18 to go between my 19 and 7 and the John 17.
Yeah, he's got 18.
I have an 18.
Oh, okay, that works too. You got a 20
that works.
on the roll.
Maddie knows her shit.
All right.
I wish I did.
Maddie, as your time as like a runaway, you were a runaway at some point, right?
Yes.
You have found the perfect crevice in which can fit all 6 of you.
Okay. All right. I point everyone in that direction. It's like, I found something.
Excellent work, Miss Pyman.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's set up for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys set up for the night because this is literally the perfect location.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say you guys don't need watches because I'm just going to tell you it's an uneventful night.
We could probably slate a thing over us and probably be hidden completely.
Yeah.
Well, I think we do have a tarp or a blanket or something from the outdoorsman's pack.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we use our tent.
Backpack, bedroll, 2 sets common clothes, block and tackle, bucket, 50 feet of rope, 5 candles, fishing tackle, 2 hunting traps, jug, lamp, 5 flasks of oil, mess kit, 10 pythons, iron pot, shovel, tent, tinderbox, whetstone, small knife, 5 days rations, and a water skin. So we could, in theory, use the tent. And I assume the tent came with a tarp for like the bottom or a rain flyer or something like that.
Yeah.
That we can just use as a portable wall. It
would not come with a rain fly, or a bottom part. It would just be this is like a canvas tent. It's a very, very basic tent. Think like a cartoon tent.
I'm also thinking modern tents when you go to the store and you buy a tent versus the old fashioned.
Think like the tents you see in cartoons.
Yeah.
Or old school army tent that's 4 canvas walls on a.
Not even that. Just a triangular tent.
So
we triangular prism.
Yeah. So, thanks to Spencer giving us the foresight, we get our full rest without any troubles.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. Once again, excellent work, Pyman.
So, Theron, you want to spend another hit die, or are you going to spend a night to regain your 1 hit die?
I didn't lose. I was able to regain all my hit points with the 1 hit die.
Okay, so you just gain the 1 hit die back.
Yeah.
All right, we're all back at 100%, minus some ammunition.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, and like 2 days worth of rations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, rations isn't my concern. You people can starve to death.
Are we actually keeping track of rations?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I have not been doing that. I need to do that.
Yeah. I haven't been doing that because I have no reason to. We established Skirvo doesn't eat, breathe, or sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
he does
Warforged don't eat, breathe, or
oil
sleep.
and water, though. But oil is like a once-a-week occurrence, and water is... I don't know how often you want to say that he needs water for his
I would like to point out that Skirvo is running for 700.
Yeah, it
Skirbo
specifically
has
says
been
in the
running for
Warforged stats they do
700
not eat,
plus.
drink, breathe.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out Skirbo has been functioning for 700 plus years without any kind of maintenance, repair, any sort of
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
any
we're
sort of
also two
replacement.
separate pieces.
So whatever oil he's using is probably good to go.
Yeah, but it specifically says in the Warforged stats that they do not eat, drink, or breathe.
I mean, but
Or
then
sleep.
again, Skirbo's not a typical Warforged, and that's what we're trying to get at, because how does steam come out of you if there's no water?
Well, it's just a flavor thing.
I assume it's more of a. I assume it's more of like it's kind of like a. It's coming more from the actual magical artifice that's actually powering him.
Yeah, and also, that's just flavor. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's effectively.
I have a very
running on the steam engine equivalent.
I have a very important question.
What's that?
Is the air humid? Because that could be where the water comes from.
No, it is an absolutely arid desert.
Well, that's here. Back when he had the steam coming out of his ears.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like humid. It's an island.
See?
Yeah.
See? What?
Yeah, he's
perfectly logical explanation.
Yeah. There's a couple logical explanation. It's evaporating. It's either evaporating water that was trapped inside of him, or alternatively, he's just effectively running on the steam engine equivalent of whatever magical artifice they use to power Warforged these days.
I mean, there is the fog cloud spell, which doesn't need any water to create fog.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean,
it works because
magically speaking, like technologically speaking, all these Warforged running around today are pretty much like smart cars compared to Skirbo, who's pretty much a trusty old steam engine.
Yeah.
It's old, reliable, and there are things better than it.
Right. Night 2 goes by fine.
Okay. We all rest.
You all rest far away from everyone else.
In a nice, beautiful sleep. Only briefly awoken by the screams of the damned from the other party.
Well, actually
Ticker,
only half of us actually sleep.
I'll roll me a perception check.
Oh, who? All right.
Yeah.
Should I roll this specifically? I only meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah, Ticker, Theron, Skirbo. Roll me a perception check.
Skirbo's combing the desert and didn't see shit.
I don't think any of us see anything.
Okay.
We're all in a hole.
You guys feel like rumbling in the earth, like a lot of it.
Huh? Yep, Chekhov's dragon skeleton.
Hey, it's like the Zelda monsters. As soon as night falls, the skeletons just start running around. It's a stall dragon.
Or we could do Dune and just like shimmy our way across the desert.
Granted, it could also be like purple worms.
Yeah, because that's what we need right now, a purple worm.
Because we totally could take on a purple worm. We're only level 2 when it's like a CR 20 something.
Yeah, the Alaskan bull.
Yeah, don't worry.
CR 18.
Don't worry,
only
we just need a character with a strength of...
My bad, I was off by 2. It's only a CR 18 instead. So much better.
I'm gonna.
It's in there.
With 40 other people of unknown stats, it's like, yeah, you could probably take on one purple worm.
CR 15.
Oh dear.
Anyways, I'm gonna
get the commenter cannon.
I'm gonna make a commenter cannon out of all those guys over there. We'll get this done.
And we have to guy hold the stone.
Digdug, this is your time to shine, my boy. He's just like, finally, the promised day has come.
Like, just takes off his cloak, and it's just like a giant machine meant to throw rocks.
Yeah, he's had this long-held religious belief that one day he will be part of the commoner canon. And he faithfully awaits for the day it comes. He does not know when. He does not even know the target. He just knows one day it will come. And he will gloriously take part in the great machine of the commoner canon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, I accidentally wrote a whole entire character through this entire session.
Okay.
But yeah, so you guys wake up in the morning. It's all nice in the little hole that you guys have snuggled up in.
Lovely.
All right, exit the hole, and is anything significantly different? I'll roll another perception if need be.
Nah, you don't need a perception for this.
Everything's different and wrong, and there's people dead.
Yeah, you see that the other group is like, well, you guys kind of just had like a nice sleep or nice time just being there. As the other parties, well, the other group is coming up. Like a lot of them are weary or dead. Instead of there being like 42 people, it's now down to like 22. That dwarf is still alive though.
Is Digdug still going?
Of course, Digdug's still there.
Bro, if Digdug is gone by tomorrow, I'm out of here, man.
I think at this point we need to hire Digdug at some point.
Hey, you want to join our merry band of miscreants?
You know, there's always the possibility that more people will buy rocks to throw at that fellow right there. Oh my god, this dude's totally a business shark.
Hey, if it makes us money.
Business plan. We have you to save horribly off-key sea shanties, and then we have him to sell rocks for people to throw at you for the horribly off-key sea shanties. I smell profit.
Oh my god, we could probably actually negotiate with this dude.
That or the rest of us need to just, shamelessly come up with the exact same business plan and start selling rocks to people to throw at you.
Oh man, I don't want any competition with Digdug though, bro.
Well, yeah, no, look at him. Look at him all strong and strapping.
Yeah, but there's 5 of us.
He's got... is it weird that I imagine him as a bard?
No, it's not.
Like he's got charisma. He's got charisma for days.
Nope, he is definitely a bard. It is official now.
All right.
Digdug the bard orc.
But he doesn't sing or perform. Instead, he sells rocks to people to throw at other people who sing.
Yeah. He's a merchant.
He's a very enterprising man.
Oh god, we've now created Digdug.
We need to hire this man.
Yes, we do. So yeah, just gonna look over. I'll take a survival to see if there's anything I can. Right, I forgot once again that's my survival check. Let's see if that 13 can have me glean any information as to what may have happened over there.
All right, then.
That's a 12.
Survival for what?
To see what happened to the other group.
Okay.
Yeah, the other group is horrifically down on members.
I'm like, they died. What's the big deal? They're dead. Who cares? Let's move on.
More worried about what killed them.
Well,
it is dead.
Digdug seems to have just a couple purple carapace pieces. Well, carapace pieces on his back. Yeah, probably pieces? A purple worm.
That'd do it. So, hey guys, turns out I was right. God, do I hate it when I'm right, because my mind always comes up with the worst possible thing.
Start thinking of things like a horde of lumps and purple jellyfish and stuff like that.
No, I don't think we want purple jellyfish, because that'd probably be something really nasty, some really dangerous aberration or something.
I mean, just regular old oceanic jellyfish kind of a thing, like basically a
jellyfish
flump
themselves are pretty dangerous.
This is true.
Well, the bottom side, though. The top side,
it's just
not so
a
much.
non-sentient flump, basically.
Gretchen just kind of like tugs at Captain Skirbo's leg and is trying to say something.
I bend down to look her eye to eye, and I make a weird whistling sound to Paimon. Translate for me.
Oh, okay. What's she saying?
She's saying something along the lines of maybe they should pick pieces from the purple worm.
And I relay that back to Garbo.
I scratch my beard. That's not a bad idea.
Can we see the corpse from here?
Oh yeah, you can totally see the corpse from here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
idea.
myself
Any benefits
some
to
purple worm poison because yes.
Also
because assassin.
So I know it's not on the list. Would purple worm carapace be something I could make a firearm out of?
Who says anything about firearm? I want armor. I want to be a bug man.
We're all like, wait, it's already dead? Time to scrap this thing by parts, chop it up, and sell it.
I'm trying to think of like how you could make a gun out of that. Maybe you could like use that as the wood finish on like the bottom. Definitely not the metal pieces.
Well, wood is one of the materials. It's like what the majority of the body is made out, not the receiver itself. Yeah. But it's what determines like how much weight how heavy the firearm can be.
Oh, yeah, and it's the main frame, and it basically determines its actual weight and how much weight it can hold and all that stuff.
Yeah, I tell Paimon to relay that was an excellent idea to Gretchen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I told Gretchen that was a really great idea.
Okay, you do so, and she looks gleeful for 1 second, probably a bit too gleeful.
Yep. All right, let's go pick ourselves some pieces of purple worm and hope the other party doesn't tear us to pieces for effectively coming down like vultures.
Like, ooh.
Hey, we could also use this as a potential opportunity to hire on Digdug, but granted, he might demand a price that we currently cannot pay.
So I will
What?
Yeah, so I am going to try and get me some of that purple worm poison, because every assassin needs purple worm poison.
Oh, absolutely.
Could I harvest like 10 pounds of carapace?
All right, but all of you gotta like roll survival for
that. But that's what I'm after is carapace.
Yeah.
And then survival to harvest poison?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should, let's see. Gretchen just kind of like nudges at you and is like trying to convince you that maybe she's the one that should be doing
it. You trying to say something? I turn to the mouse and be like, is she trying to say something?
Yeah, you suck. She should do it.
She doesn't know what Paimon says, so she just
really
nods.
Do not want to fail this check, Thrawn.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, we should.
I'll let her harvest it.
Yeah, let the expert deal with this, and if she dies horribly, well, hey, we just got an opening. Hey, one of ours just died. Want to join our merry band? We completely got
I don't have proficiency with the poisoner's kit yet.
John,
one level though.
So with your roll of 9, it's like, you find a piece that could come off. However, you probably need to also roll an additional strength check.
Okay.
I'll give him help.
I'm not sure what I could, other than the purple worm poison, because that's useful for everybody.
You get advantage, John.
Yeah, I rolled it.
Okay.
12.
I'm not sure.
With that 12, you
take for this.
You get a meager chunk off of it, so you get like about 1 plate piece, so about only 25 pounds worth before the both of you are exhausted and don't want to try anymore.
Okay.
I'm just picturing the both of us sort of heaving and trying to pull it up, and then it finally gives, and we both like fall back, fall over backwards, kind of a thing.
Now, unless there's enough purple worm poison to go around, which is a terrifying concept, she's just like, yes, everyone take some. So that way we can all kill each other in our sleep.
With her nat 20, she gets like a bag, well, just like a full-on sack, and then just starts pouring the entire thing in there.
Okay, so there's actually enough for everybody.
Yes. However, she can't carry it. Brobnar has to carry it.
I have poison resistance.
Next level, I will get
it just weighs a lot.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to write down.
I also highly doubt poison resistance is going to save you with purple worm poison.
Brobnar has.
You know what? I'm going to roll survival to
bag of purple worm poison.
I'm gonna follow the old pirate tradition of I'm gonna roll my survival to take something that looks like I could sell it for a lot.
Okay, so like teeth or something? All right.
Whatever suits my fancy, I guess.
All right, you find that, or at least like in the carcass that's still left, it's like there's like a lot of the teeth missing because the other adventurers were like taking it, thinking it was like, yeah, those will be worth a lot, and then you're just like, but you found like, but you see that he had some, the purple worm had some ingrown teeth. You just need to roll to attack the corpse. You have advantage.
Roll to attack?
Yes.
Now, the question is, do we want to harvest any meat from this, or would we think it would be toxic?
Probably toxic.
Probably.
But you never know, an alchemist might be able to do something with it.
Well, I was like, should we, while we're here, just like fill up on rations, kind of like what we did with that warm jerky?
All right, I'll use my dagger for my better bonus.
We do have I believe, a knife in the outdoorsman's pack.
Yeah, but I have a dagger on me.
Oh, true. A dagger is just basically a knife with a big cross guard.
Yep, and there's an 18. How's that do me?
You had an advantage, remember?
Oh, right.
You have 22, actually.
Yeah, so, wait. Give me a second. Alright. Yeah, that beats its armor class. So right. Yeah, you're just inside the maw of this thing. All the teeth are missing, but you know through some weird form of dentistry that it has like more teeth. It has a couple of
apparently I've fought in it's like Skirva, why do you know so much about purple worm anatomy? I fought an aquatic variant back in the day.
Oh dear.
Now that was a weird day.
So
does the aquatic variant have one giant eye and squid hair?
So you're talking about the Kraken, right?
No, it was a worm. Had a stinger and everything.
Well, yeah, so you managed to cut through like this portion and find a singular tooth about the size of your forearm.
Excellent.
Weighs 20 pounds.
Lovely.
This is a big word.
Tooth. 20 IBS. There we go.
It's LBS for pounds, IBS.
Well, I mean, the way it's written down, it looks the same either way. So.
Yeah.
Well, depends on the font you're
only
using.
if it's a capital.
Well, yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do with the body? The vultures are starting to come, and other nefarious things.
Yeah. I think it's best to start moving now that we've extracted just about everything good from this.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm still laughing hilariously at the idea that they're just like that all these people fought hard and lost life and limb to try to kill this thing, and then we just like, come over like ooh, purple worm.
What is conveniently already dead for us? Let's harvest the most deadly poison in the game.
I wonder if that gains us any respect from Digdug. He's like, they waited for the action to be over before they came in and harvested the rest. I like the cut of their jib. It's completely ruthless and unethical, but I can't say I'm mad. Game recognizes game. What can I say?
That voice is so perfect.
just
like a suave, smooth talking.
Okay, I'm writing it down in my quests right now. I'm writing it down in my requests right now. Hire Digdug the Orc Merchant.
Oh my gosh.
Side quests. Hire the orc merchant that sells rocks to throw at people. Because that's what we need. An orc that has a whole bag of rocks.
So you guys leave the rest of the corpse there. And then there's just like, all your typical things. The vultures, the strange looking coyotes, a couple of thri-kreen just like start popping out of places. And it's a few gnolls. Your typical things. Mm-hmm. And they're just starting to gouge themselves on the flesh.
So,
and you guys just kind of...
I just want to know for the purposes of building firearms. Purple worm poison. Purple worm has about the same AC as iron and steel, which are materials in the system. Iron is the lowest level metal material. So would it be like on par with iron in terms of stats?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
So it has an iron, so you effectively have an iron handle.
Yeah.
Because I would never argue that you could forge out of that stuff unless it explicitly says it has metal-like properties.
Yeah, but, I mean, there are tons of other... There's wooden materials in there, too, so it's a little...
Yeah, you can, like, warp it, but you can't just, like, melt it.
Yeah, you can't forge.
You could carve it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, true. Anyways, so continue on our journey.
So you guys end up getting to the gates. It was like you saw the gates a while back, but as you look at the gates, these are really big gates.
How big is really big?
Like, we're talking about 120 or so feet tall.
So kind of like that one arch in France.
Yes.
Or the gates into Barovia.
Isn't there like a 5-lane roundabout surrounding that arch?
Yes, there is. I went there, and I don't understand how people drive there. The way how you get to it is you have to actually go. There is no surface walkway to get there, because it's a roundabout. So you go underground to get there.
How fancy!
Just the idea of a giant roundabout is terrifying.
Yeah.
I can hardly deal with 2-lane roundabouts, mostly because most people don't understand how those are actually supposed to work.
Yeah. That's a problem we have in the States.
Yeah.
College students, this is their first roundabout.
Because the way it works is you use the outer lane for an immediate turn, where the inner lane is when you
when you go more than one.
What did you say, Maddie?
My first roundabout was here at Rexburg.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're part of
that
the
awful one that's it's 2 lanes on one side and 1 lane on the other, and it's so confusing.
Oh yeah.
Next to Mountain View, there's Mountain. Hey John, you remember how Mountain View used to have that intersection past those church buildings at the end of the road?
Yeah.
That's a roundabout now.
Yeah, I think I was still there when that was made into a. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't at Mountain View, but that's the church I went to, so.
Yeah. So there are now a total of 3 roundabouts surrounding that place.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have digressed.
Yeah. Yes. Anyways, the gate can probably fit 3 Krakens in at once. It's a bit silly like that. So
that sounds like the exact measurement Skirvo would have come up with.
Yeah, it's 3 Krakens wide by 1 warship long, 3 galleons tall.
Which
about
gives
3 fathoms far.
It'd be about the size of 3 Krakens. Skirvo, why do you know the exact dimensions of a Kraken?
Don't ask questions.
How old of a Kraken are we talking?
About 150 years.
So you guys enter the gate. It's ornated with several strange-looking symbols on it. So on this base, it's when you get So there's a couple of pathways to go. So as you look around at the level you're at, there are thousands upon thousands of tiny little adobe houses. All of them seem to be in disrepair, save be for one walkway that leads up.
Oh, lovely. It's almost as if they're trying to tell us to go up.
Zattel. Walk up the walkway.
All right. 6 hours later.
Oh
wow! It's a long walkway.
This is a city-sized pyramid we're talking about here. You start noticing it's you come across a couple of gates, and then finally you start seeing some inhabitants, some people in very official-looking guard uniforms as they stare in your direction, just waving you on by, and more populated houses, and just stuff of the sort. And then after the 6-hour period, it's 4 p.m. at the time. You've probably rested on the steps, or at least taken 3 breaks on the stairs alone. Do you finally get to the place that one could simply say that, yeah, this is the Central Plaza, not the place you're looking for, but what's the place you're looking for? You're looking for the Spire Plaza, and lo and behold, in front of you, there is a giant spire that is very thick, to say the least. It's to put it into measurements, you know that one building in Dubai that's the tallest building in the world?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's just as thick as that, but it's an entire cylinder all the way to the top, instead of it just getting smaller as it goes up.
Okay.
Huh.
And on top, it's like, I mean, unless you want to look at the top, that there seems to be like a red sort of figure that's visible for some reason.
Sorry, I accidentally thought that I was like considering how much time we spent in the desert, we could probably call this episode "Hitting the Old Dusty Trail." And then, like, in the description, guest starring Digdug, the orc merchant.
Digdug.
Buy more rocks.
Here. Hello, my good chaps. Might I interest you in some throwing rocks?
Not interested in rocks. What about some stones? Yes, very nice stone. Very shiny stone. Very flat stone.
Oh, these are perfect for skipping across rivers or across noggins.
For all your violent rock throwing needs. Or your peaceful rock throwing needs. Whatever floats your boat. Or
whatever suits your fancy.
The Spire Plaza seems to be bustling with all kinds of activity and life at the moment. There's just bazaars all over the place, just curtains and rugs just everywhere, and people selling things. You saw someone that's at a stand selling mystical artifacts of some sort. Another one that looks like your typical trading goods store, and it's like a couple of other places. A place that sells potions. There's the Wigglesworth Institute building, which is probably where the guy you're looking for is. And just there is a armory as well as a training grounds of sorts. Like a couple of libraries, typical things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What you guys want to do?
Well, we're here to meet someone, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
We should go meet them.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we don't really have very much money right now, so.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah.
So you go to the Wigglesworth Institute building that they have here, as well as the one that you already went to. This one is a lot more ornate, as it's not something that they built. Rather, it's something that they have repurposed from an old but nicer looking Adobe style-esque mansion. And there's your good boy, your good golden masked, red caped fellow, Belladros Gelt, who's just there waiting underneath two servants who are carrying palm leaves, who are currently fanning him at the moment. As he sits there looking from his regal sort of outdoor throne. Hello. I see you have finally made it. How was the trip?
Andy.
Quite a few sights on the way.
Yes, the deserts of Jazir certainly are something to be beheld. I assume. Got anything to say to him, or?
I currently do not, mostly because my brain broke, because I kind of got a little serious about this, about Digdug, so I started making him in Hero for it.
Oh, all right.
Sorry. I was just like, is there a straight rock?
Needs to be
no,
done.
but he's got pouches. I can give him bags of rocks.
Well, of course. He wouldn't just carry a big old stone and cut off a chip.
There is a hammer that's just a giant rock on the end of the stick.
Yeah, but that doesn't look quite right. I think it looks much better if he's just got one small pouch in one hand and a bigger pouch in the other hand. He's just like, I've got rocks of all shapes and sizes. I've got some big, some small, some disc shaped, some more oblong.
Like I got a love a bunch of coconut song only with rocks.
If you want a larger rock for hammer making, I'm afraid I'll only be able to get it to you within 3 to 4 business days.
Yes. So
what have I made?
So you're in front of this guy now. Anything you want to ask, or he's just kind of here at the moment?
Okay, so actually, I do want to inquire. Why is the sun gray?
Belladros kind of like looks to the sun as you say. It's like, that is a very good question. I believe it might have to do something with the firmament that separates us from the rest of the multiverse. I am not entirely sure, though that is what I have been told to believe, and that is the extent of my research.
You, I was half thinking I should have just said, you used a lot of big words there. I'm but a humble pirate. But no. So anyone else have anything they want to ask or add?
Didn't this the guy we came here for the job for?
Yes.
Yes.
What was that job again? What was that job again? I don't remember.
The job is basically, okay, so you're asking that to him?
No, out of character. What was the job again?
The job was to work as kind of like a research assistant / mercenaries, because they need, out of context, they need guinea pigs to throw into some places to basically scout out places first. Basically, you are doing very, very lucrative work.
Note to self, take the Dungeon Delver feat.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Skirvo is going to...
It's mostly to like acquire like lost artifacts or things that they've just so happened to very important objects. They're just kind of like around here.
Very well then. I will go ahead and ask. Unless anyone else has any less relevant questions they want to add, Skirvo is going to ask if what will our first job be, and will we be starting in the morn?
That is quite a good question. Currently on the docket of things to do, my automaton, I believe that what is to be requested of you is that we have found one place in particular that is of utmost importance to our research. However, there is not, how would you say, a way to get in per se. And we're looking for something that will allow us to come in. In fact, I think I might as well show you. So Belladros kind of like gets off at his throne at the moment, grabs his staff, his golden staff, walks down to you guys, kind of just pokes each of you on the forehead, and suddenly you are all teleported to a place very different from where you are. It is a dark corridor that's lit by a couple of lanterns, and there you see a large, ornate door. with a snake's head in the center, or some sort of reptile, with 9 orbs that sort, well, not 9 orbs, but 9 holes that looks like that there's supposed to be orbs in it that you're supposed to place in there.
Door of 9 holes.
Yes, this is the door of Eternities. They say beyond here we will find a fortune of great wealth, as well as things that have been locked away for thousands of years. Not entirely sure who built this place, but it is up to us in the Research Institute to find out about what lies beyond this door.
I'm going to ask in Thrycreen if he speaks Thrycreen.
So you start speaking in Thrycreen.
Yes.
And so he stops while in mid-explanation. Quickly apologizes by saying, "Oh, sorry, I forgot that maybe you might not be able to hear me." And then just switches to Thrycreen.
Oh.
Probably through some magical means.
No, I was more asking if he understood Thrycreen, because I was going to ask a question, but...
Oh, but yeah, he can understand. Okay, clearly from your reaction, he could understand you. Yeah. Or from his reaction.
Yeah, so he's... Okay, yeah, so...
So what was the question you wanted to ask him?
Yeah, he does understand common.
I was going to ask him, like, obviously we get paid otherwise. Is there anything like we get a cut of the treasure we bring back?
Standard mercenary affair. I like the cut of your jib. Except I won't say that because I don't speak Thrycreen or understand what the hell Ticker said.
It's Belladros. Roll me a insight check.
Okay.
Actually, I would too.
I'm not very good at those. I still rolled a 17.
17 insight. You notice that he's a bit annoyed at the statement. It's he just however he with his kind of regal air, he just looks back at you and calmly states, not necessarily, for we have paid you, well, we are paying you in, crap, I forgot what the term was. Give me a second while I, think.
Gold?
We are paying you by an hourly wage.
Yeah.
I believe if you look back at your contracts, with his open hand, he just magic fire, like purple fire, erupts and just brings forth the contract. It's like,
oh great, he's a devil. We just made a deal with the devil, didn't we?
Excellent.
Lovely.
I'm not going to tell you, but it says in the contract that you guys are being.
Anyways,
as far as you know, he's a high-level magic caster. He's got a freaking golden mask on, and he's got a red cape. It states that in the contract that we were going to pay you, or at least upon the agreed-upon contract, that we would pay you 1,000 gold per week. When you signed this contract, it was obligated that you agreed to, well, that we would pay you an absurd, he wouldn't say absurd. I'm trying to think of how this guy would.
Great sum?
A great sum of money simply just by being here so that we may use you to our purposes.
His name was Belladros? How was that spelled again?
Belladros.
Can I roll an Arcana on what he did on that magic he used on the contract?
All right. Yeah. Roll me Arcana.
Nope. He's a magic user, so I'm just going to ask my original question, which was just
foul magics.
Which was just going to be. Yeah, no, he's just using his heathen magics. But the no, I ask what. I'm sorry. What did he ask?
Wait, like what Ticker asked? Or
yeah. I point towards Mr. Ticker.
All right. It's like Belladros reverts back to common and starts reverts back to common and says, your friend was maybe that might be a bit too strong. Your acquaintance has asked if they are going to get a cut of the treasure that we find.
Ah, and he leans towards Ticker. Best be careful around these researchers. They tend to be rather sensitive about the subject of lost articles.
Sounds like
basically it's and if Beltros decides to incite Skirvo, it's literally there's literally nothing to be gained. It's just Skirvo giving a general warning. Yeah, we probably shouldn't take any of the treasure.
I see that Age has been kind to you. I see Age has been kind to you,
as he then suddenly lets out a horrible squealing sound. He just pounds his shoulder and it stops.
I correct him and be like, no, it hasn't. He's got some rusty gears or something.
But your wisdom has not failed you, and I am happy for you to... And you would use the word happy. I'm trying to think of it.
I am pleased to see.
I am pleased to see that you have decided to join up with... to incorporate yourself with us.
I give a courteous bow with taking off my hat.
And fine manners too.
Yep, and replace my hat. So, please, if you would continue.
Well, so once again, well, not once again, but back to the matter at hand. We believe there to be 9 sorts of orbs that are supposed to fit in these slots, and by opening this door, we shall find what is truly at the bottom of this place. I probably should have mentioned that we are far below the actual pyramid complex itself.
Oh,
I see. I see. Do you have any leads as to location of these orbs?
Well, that is the impasse we are currently at. We have no clue as to where any of their whereabouts might be, but we have one lead of sorts.
Oh?
That is to say it belongs, or that is that you must talk to the mistress of the Spire.
Mistress of the Spire? I'm going to... You know what? Would it be a history?
Yeah, history.
And that's the same as my Arcana roll. All right, no.
You think it has to do something with that red figure that you saw at the top of that big, really huge building you saw earlier.
All right. Would it perhaps be that figure at the top of the spire?
Yes, she is quite a feisty one, and refuses to elaborate on the matter. Perhaps we might need some people to, how do you say, convince her.
Oh. Giving you a bit of trouble, eh?
I'll just have to dust off the old charm.
Yeah, you certain about that, my friend? Your voice box thing is malfunctioning again.
I give him another confused look. Skirvo's clearly not hearing this.
I would like to examine the slots that the orbs would fit in. I'm just curious about something.
Yeah.
Alright. What are you curious about?
Do they look like they would just be completely round orbs, or would they have like little protuberances on them, or...
Well, look, as you peer closer, or at least, I guess, make an investigation check.
I'll also make an investigation check while we're looking at all this here, because we're... Oh, wow, it's the same roll.
Okay, 17. Ticker. Yeah, it looks to be, like, completely round, save B for, like, a few strange, magical-esque things. Skirvo, you notice that, yeah, it's like there's some sort of magical conduit in which it's supposed to absorb whatever inside the orb if you were to place it there. And there seems to be, like, distinct colors to each of them. More specifically, give me a second. Oh, shoot. Why did I write this in such a different spot in the book? Oh. No. I'm getting there. Alright. It's like you got a couple of typical things. At the, well, I guess it's not really the bottom. To the bottom left, there seems to be like, okay, so the orbs, or at least the placement of the orbs, 3 of them seem to be like on the top, 3 of them seem to be like at the bottom left-ish, and another 3 seem to be clustered the bottom right.
All right.
Interesting.
The ones in the bottom left, it's like one appears to be blue, another appears to be black, and a third one appears to be red. At the top, there's one that appears to be silver, another that appears to be gold, and another that appears to be bronze. And on the bottom right, one of them seems to be appears to be some weird purple color. You can't be quite too sure. Another one seems to be... Give me a second. One appears to be emerald, and the last one appears to be green.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
That was a blue dragon skeleton.
Yeah. John, are we thinking the same thing, John?
Blue, red, and black dragons, silver, bronze, and gold dragons, emerald, amethyst, and
green. He said green. So emerald, amethyst, and green. No, he said emerald and green.
Oh, okay.
For the bottom right.
Yeah, emerald, amethyst, and green.
Are you sure the third one in the bottom right corner is green? And that the...
Yes.
Okay. It was like we had 3 chromatics, 3 metallics, 2 gems and another chromatic? What? That does it fit the pattern? Question mark. So these like, so maybe these are like gizzard stones or something.
Could be. Green dragons do have them.
Whatever.
Dragon skeleton, and then it starts naming off colors, and we're like, wait a second. Hold up.
Yeah, and now that you mention that, I almost feel inclined to. I'm almost feel inclined to have Skirvo ask if there might be a lead near that blue dragon skeleton.
Mighty suspicious this be.
Yeah. There's Pray tell, what sort of an impasse had you reached?
Well, the impasse per se is rather we cannot gather the information from the mistress of the spire as to the nature of how to acquire these. It's just that as far as that we've only been able to. But I see that you are wise to figure out what these are. However, we have only found 2 of the, or at least have sources on 2 of these 9 things, and as to the implication of thereof, well, you've seen the desert already. You've seen that one of them is already dead and therefore cannot tell us any info, and the other one is stuck up in that spire.
So which color is the one stuck up in the spire?
Red.
Yeah. Red, and we passed by blue.
But like, it's black,
we
green,
probably
bronze,
also
silver.
Passed green. It's also entirely possible we passed green.
Yeah. Wait, what was the third metallic one? Bronze, silver,
gold, and silver.
Okay, bronze, silver, and gold. Okay.
Yeah, someone write that down. I don't have enough room on my sheet. I'm keeping track of quests.
Notes. Okay. 9. I'm just gonna write dragon orbs. Dragon orbs.
They're dragon
orbs. I guess.
Black. Red,
all right.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, yes.
You got to collect the 9 Dragon Balls and make the wish to the miles.
Gold.
Yeah, go to Shinra.
Silver. Amethyst. Emerald.
They're just like, all right, we collected all 9 Dragon Balls. What are we going to use them for? Paimon just comes up. Yeah, Skirvo already walked out with them. What is he going to wish for? And Skirvo, I wish for the world to be water. An endless
Dragon
sea.
Skeleton in
returning for Thieves
desert.
Incorporated 2, Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Red dragon on top.
I think that's a good place to stop.
Spire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty good stuff. That's a pretty good stuff.
Okay, so the 9 orbs: black, red, blue, bronze, gold, silver, amethyst, emerald, green.
Yes.
Okay, and then we passed the blue dragon skeleton in the desert, and the red dragon is on top of the spire.
The mistress of the spire, who presumably wears red, but
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Based on what we know, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a red dragon.
Spire.
Yeah.
Wears red. I'm gonna put parentheses. Polymorph? Question mark?
I ask him if he has a specific time frame in mind. Basically, asking if he wants us to start immediately, or if we can at least sleep, or maybe take a day to get things figured out.
He's he answers, it is imperative and probably a most immediate thing that we find these as soon as possible. However, I should say that in your contract. He then goes back to the page. Well, it just starts flipping through it till it gets to a certain section.
Skirvo will of course be reading the contract as he points it out.
All right. Since this is technically not a requirement, you are guaranteed some financial compensation for each orb that is retrieved.
Just remember that bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
All right. Very well. If we have any, if no one has any further questions, I look to the group.
So we're starting with the lady on the top of the spire, yes?
I guess.
How does one get up there?
That seems like a good place to stop the session.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, end of the session for this week. We will. I don't know if we'll be back next week. We'll find out later. Thanks for watching.
It's kind of an on and off thing.
See you guys later.